We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones had it done since the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones had it done since the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, right back to Hines. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They run with Hines. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Allen now on the sneak, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, come on.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Slot man moves right. They'll run with Dobbins. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3 zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. They're deep looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
13.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here? And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 8 yards out. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 81 yards. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
first and 10. It's Jackson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now a second down and 6.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Dobbins once more, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They run again with Hines.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Hines. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
The Ravens going to move on to a